What's up, guys? Yo, I'm an old wordsmith, you know what I mean? From like way back in the day, they used to call us backpackers in New York. Used to carry my rhyme book around, just in case a little jingle popped into my head. And, even though I don't get down so much anymore, it's still in me, So sometimes it just pops into me and it's like, I gotta go with it. So the other day, I'm preparing breakfast for my son and I get this little jingle in my head. I'm like, yo, let me write this down real quick. And then, I want to relay it real quick before I lose the flow. So I'm just going to put it right here. Got nothing to do with anything or whatever, you know what I mean? But it goes a little something like this, and it goes like, take a shot, why not? Why not take a shot? Take a shot, why not? Like, take a shot, why not? Why not take a shot? Take a shot, why not? Like, take a shot, why not? Why not take a shot? Take a shot, why not? Like, take a shot, why not? Take a shot, why not? Yo, I'm not a rapper, but if I was, I would do it like this. It had been so long since I'd even been kissed. I was socially isolated, all alone on my own, man, I so hate it. To be honest, I was down in the dumps and working through a slump and feeling like a chump, walking around broken hearted in the front like ballots in a dumpster by another Trump, That's when a friend of mine said, I know how you're feeling, it's what we all been dealing with, but I got what you need and to even your breathing. Now don't be a heathen, heal with this. Then he gave me the number for what, to who, to do what. I wondered how and why, and it came with the name of a dame with the claim she could heal me. Should I try? Maxine. Got everything to lose and everything to gain. Maxine. I can feel it in my arms. I can feel it in my vein. Maxine. Now people say it can make me a better man. Maxine. Yeah, my mind says no, but they all keep telling me, take a shot, why not? Why not take a shot? Take a shot, why not? Like, take a shot, why not? Why not take a shot? Take a shot, why not? Like, take a shot, why not? Why not take a shot? Take a shot, why not? Like, take a shot, why not? Take a shot, why not? Now, I'm not a rapper. I don't know where it came from, guys. But every now and then I gotta get down, man. Like I said, I don't do that, very often, but I got my own little thing, and every now and then I flash back, you know what I mean? So what's up, guys? This is the Gospel According to Mark with a C. He is I and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. And guys, I got a little bit of good news and a little bit of bad news, right? And, it depends. I mean, maybe it's not bad news, but, just relaying the facts here, you know what I mean? Because, everything has gotten all kind of crazy now. Everybody's got to watch what they say in a free society. But the good news, all right? The good news is, even though, we've had a rotten year, been a lot of fatalities out here and everything. And, my heart goes out to each and every one of you and of us, who have lost people. But the good news is apparently there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and they're working on a treatment for this. And Dr. Fauci has a message specifically for the black community, and that's really good. You know what I mean? He's talking to black people. It's always good when people talk to black people. Black people need people to talk to them. You know what I mean? They need to get down with the Ebonics and be like, yo, my man, yo, check this out, peep the shit, right? So Dr. Fauci comes out and he's like, yo, my homies, check this out, right? So he wants you to know something. So when Dr. Fauci speaks, because after all, he's one of the people of the year, right? So when he speaks, we should all listen, right? So, come on up, you little roach. Let's hear what you have to say. So one of the things, all right, let me just bring this over here real quick. Dr. Fauci, right? What does he say? With the regard to, I guess, black people feeling hesitant, as far as taking the vaccine. He wants to reassure you, all right? He wants everyone to know that it's safe because, it hasn't always been that way. In the history of this country, unfortunately, black people have found themselves on the wrong end of scientific experiments. You know what I mean? The Tuskegee experiment is one of those things that come into mind, where, certain things were done to black people to spread disease in the community. And, needless to say, it didn't end well. You know what I mean? So it's been a long history of that kind of thing. So Dr. Fauci, knowing this, has decided he wants to get ahead. He wants to get ahead of the cotton gin on this one, right? So he says, Dr. Anthony Fauci spoke with black physicians about the hesitation of African Americans. He says he understands. I will tell you all that I myself will be perfectly comfortable with taking the vaccine, and I would recommend it to my family, Dr. Fauci said. So it really is a process of dying to dissect what the reason. That's the wrong choice of words. Anthony Fauci, are you tone deaf, bro? It's like you gotta watch the way you put things, right? So he says, so it really is a process of dying to dissect what the reason is for the skepticism are, and to try to address them individually, fully respecting the underlying skepticism that you have every reason to have for historical reasons to balance those two. That's how I would approach it. Dr. Fauci also believes the vaccine is safe because it was made in his lab and black scientists were at the forefront. And we all know that black people don't kill black people. That vaccine was actually developed in my institute's vaccine research center by a team of scientists led by Dr. Barney Graham and his close colleague, Dr. Kizmika Corbett. Kizzy is an African-American scientist who is right at the forefront of the development of the vaccine. So the first thing you might want to say to my African-American brothers and sisters is, if you don't take my vaccine, you're not black. No, he didn't say that, okay? But I just couldn't resist. He said, the first thing I wanted to say to my African-American brothers and sisters is the vaccine you're going to be taking was developed by an African-American woman. And that's just a fact. It was developed by a woman. So anyway, that's what Dr. Fauci wants you guys to know. All right, it was developed by a black woman, so you can trust it. But you know what? And here's where something of a little piece of bad news comes in, all right? Like I said, it might not be bad news for you, but it just made me wonder. It's like that kind of like set off some bells for me because, you know, occasionally I actually watch my channel, right? So I'm thinking to myself, where did I hear that name before? Who spoke about that? I believe it was that guy Mark with a C, Kizmika Corbett. It rang a bell. And I'm like, oh, yes. Months ago, I did a video about this brilliant young black woman scientist, right? And she had actually caused an uproar because, now this, keep in mind, this is the name that Dr. Fauci dropped. Okay, I'm not just pulling this out of nowhere. He decided to put her up front as someone that we can trust. You can trust Kizmika Corbett. He says you can trust her, all right? So I go back and I watch one of my videos about Kizmika Corbett. And I was like, well, let's see what Kizmika Corbett has to say, right? So back then, Kizmika Corbett was causing a little bit of a dust-up because she went on Twitter and said, and this is Kizzy PhD, she says, I tweet for the people who will die when doctors have to choose who gets the last ventilator and ultimately who lives. The poor. And while the article doesn't explicitly say it, the black. So Kizmika, around last April, she was implying that black people would be the last people to get treatment in a bind. She said black people would be the ones to die, and the poor. That means poor whites and, you know, poor everybody. So she's putting class is a factor here, you know, to be distrustful. Dr. Fauci, is that the Kizmika Corbett you're talking about? Because that's what I did a video about, you know? And Kizmika also says some have gone as far as to call it genocide. She says, I plead the fifth in an April 11th tweet. You know, so I'm just like wondering, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not making any bold statements here. I'm not spreading any misinformation. This is what was actually out there. Dr. Fauci says you can trust the vaccine because it was created in part by a black woman. The black woman says that some could call what we've been experiencing up to now genocide, but she pleads the fifth. Okay, all right. Well, I don't know how important that is, guys. Like I said, this might not be bad news. It might be, you know, it was just in April, you know, a few short months ago. People grow, you know what I mean? She's probably not the same person, you know, back in April that she is today. That's what that is. That's all it is. Trust in me. That seems to be that's the subject of the day. You know what I mean? Trust. That's what it is. All right. If you want to move forward, then, you know, have an open mind. All right, guys. So anyway, that's it. I just put it out there. It was just kind of funky to me that I remembered that name. So I just wanted to go in and put that out there because Fauci threw her out there. So I was like, well, remember, I did a story about that before. I mean, so that's all it is. So anyway, guys, let me know how you feel about that. I mean, black people, do you feel good? Are we feeling good about things now? God, help us all. You can get in the comment section before the video is taken down. But you know what? YouTube is taking my subs by the hundreds. I said the hundreds. The views are ridiculous. You know what I mean? So at this point, I really don't give a shit. It's like, say what you feel in the comment section, guys. I love the fact that you're here. That's all that matters. You know what I mean? I don't need to have hundreds of thousands of views and subs and stuff. All that matters is that it's you and I. That's what matters the most. All right, guys. So get in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about all of this. As always, you can like, you can share, you can subscribe. I'll leave some of this junk in the description box, I suppose, as well as the link to my Twitter page. So come check me out. All right, guys. I will see you on the next one. This is The Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on.